Was there ever a time when you didn't have a CRM? And if so, how were you working leads then?
I mean, I would just call them on my phone, but either way, it's like whether you have a CRM or you don't, it's going to be harder without a CRM. But even me with the CRM, I still follow up with these people, even though they
Mhm.
don't answer. Like, I'm going to keep calling you. You requested this information. Like,
Right,
I'm here to be a solution for you. So it's like I just keep going, I keep trying, you know. I'm just not gonna if you say no, I'm gonna keep trying until you tell me why. And
right.
then I get to that point to where it's if they are saying, okay, I'm not interested, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm just calling to go ahead and close out your file. Is there any reason, why? Or I asked them what carrier they ended up going with. Yeah. So did I answer your question? I feel like I always go off on these tangents. It's
Yeah, no, you're good. Tangents are good because they just
okay.
need to hear from people that are doing well. Like at the end of the day, that's what we want for them. Do you feel like do you feel like the conversations that you have with the clients, I get this a lot. You're gonna have a wide range of people. We tell people we're not running ads for like becoming your own bank. It's more like general life IUL, and then if the person, like you said, wants more death benefit, we go there. If they want more cash accumulation, then we go there. When you're calling and working the leads, have you noticed any like patterns of which one it's more of? Like, are you getting more clients that want that death benefit? Are you getting more clients that want the cash value? Is it like 50-50? Can you kind of walk me through in terms of what you're saying?
Honestly, it's really like a mixture. Like some
Right.
people want the retirement aspect, but I mean, just so I know, like, do you do the ads for retirement?
Yeah, we do retirement and then we just do standard IUL as well.
Okay, because I get a majority of they want to do like tax-free retirement, and
Mhm.
then just yeah, make sure if they want to leave more money for their family, or they don't. I don't really get the become your own bank aspect. I do say that though later on, but every
Okay.
time in the beginning of the intro, I'm like, okay, were you more so interested in the tax-free cash accumulation or the family protection? That's really the main thing just the two that I ask. And then from there, I just get them to talk to me a little bit more about that. But
Let's,
question, it's like I get to make sure, honestly. It's
yeah, no, you're good. So you brought up something. Let's dive down those. Walk me through if somebody says I'm looking for the family plan, where do you take the conversation?
okay. So I really just follow the script if you don't mind if I can just do that. Do you mind?
Yeah, out of sauce.
Okay, because that's really what I do. It just helps me not have to think about it too much, but then I also add my flow to it. It's interesting.
You're good.
Okay, so once I asked them kind of what they looked into, I listened to their response, and then based on what they tell me, I kind of like throw it back at them, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting, and I'm like, maybe I'll do like a third party story where I'm like, oh, okay,
Mhm.
I spoke to my client or a family that I helped, or if they're a veteran, I'm like, my veterans, I spoke to one of my veterans before, and it was the same thing that you were talking about and things of that nature, and then
Right.
from that point, after I get their why and also figure out kind of like the pain points, like, okay, that's also when I ask them, do you have anything in place that's maybe already growing some kind of cash value or you have any kind of coverage already? Once I find that, I then go and I just kind of give them my credentials and let them know like who I am. I'm required by the state to give you my credentials from that point.
What I'm understanding is when you're on the call with the client, you're giving them two options. Essentially, it's cash value or it's death benefit. Depending on which option they choose, you're taking them down a path. But before you get there, you're finding the why. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But
Yeah.
I have like like knowledge already on like IULs, on the retirement, the tax free. So sometimes we just kind of talk about like the benefits of the IUL in general, you know? So it's like
Right.
I give them information, and I feel like when I do that, when I give them the knowledge that I have, it's like they're like, okay, they start to think about, what they want also, but I also feel like they begin to trust me a little bit more, even before I give them the actual, credentials or whatever.
Right.
Because it's like I have an understanding of, the side of things. So it's like I think it's good also for the agents to know and really understand what they're selling to the families. So
Right. The biggest point that you talked about, and for those that are listening, that she does, and the reason why she's selling, just so everybody's super clear, I didn't bring it up earlier, but I'll make it clear. She's extremely personable. I can already tell based off of the way that she talks and her tonality. And second, she's educating the client. A lot of our people that they want a product push. So we call it product pushing versus problem pushing. Product pushing is I need to sell you an IUL. Problem pushing is I need to figure out what the problem is, diagnose it like a doctor, and then provide for you what you need. But also the thing that people don't realize is that IULs are not, yes, it's life insurance, but the common person does not know anything about it. So before you try to push a product with no information, they're going to give you an objection. When you educate them, it builds trust. And that's what she does, y'all. That's what she's saying. She's saying that I'm figuring out their why and then I'm educating them in that process. Then after I educate them and they have a general understanding, I'm taking them down one of the two paths and then I'm closing them. So she's closing at a higher clip, she's writing higher premium, and she has more deals because she's doing that versus just trying to go in and be like, well, you want an IUL. You can't treat it like a veteran or final expense because they don't know what an IUL is. You have to educate them first, and that builds the trust, right? You talked about mindset. Do you do anything like routine wise, mindset wise before you start your dial day? Like, is there, obviously, I know your mom, so you got a lot going on, but I'm just saying, like, from a day-to-day standpoint, are there any like hacks or tips that you could give agents to really help put them in that place to be able to be successful?
Well, one thing that I do, that me and my husband do, is we always give back to the Lord. It can look different for everyone else, but it's like we always give our 10%. Like
Mhm.
it's not like done lightly. Like this is a real thing. Obviously, you want to keep our treasures, put them in the Lord, okay? Because He's the reason why we have this opportunity, the reason why that we're even able to, help other families. So it's like that might be kind of like different for a lot of people, but it's really important for us to the profits that we get, we always give that 10% at least, back to the Lord. That's just one of the main things that we know that has always sustained us, sustained my husband. And because I want to say, like, I'm like, this is my second month actually dialing and working in the insurance industry. And it's like I'm up there. I'm up
Yeah.
there in the agency. Like I'm actually writing numbers. And I'm gonna always give it to the Lord. Like this is exact I'm do this is what I'm doing. I'm giving 10% back to the Lord. And I'm also knowing who I am. Okay. And I also have the knowledge and skills and I'm patient and I follow up. So it's just a combination of things. But definitely give back to the Lord.
Now, I love that. First of all, I didn't know this was your second month. That's
Yeah,
fine.
my
That
second
that
month from like, because I remember I did it in 2021. I got licensed 2021 and then I stopped and I got
Mhm.
back into the game, right? Well, not really the game, but I got back into the industry after I got recruited. Um, and I wasn't making any money, but then I was like figuring out ways. And I was like, no, I know I can be profitable in this. I know that I can. I just need the right system, the right tools. I need the right people that can help me, get to that point that I know that I'm meant to be in. And now I'm
Mhm.
here.